Do I create the vision of my brand and then try to achieve it? Or do I look at what my brand is and try to become true to it?
I think you have to create a vision and a culture, and it's very interesting you said that. A very good friend of mine's sister works for LL Bean, and they told her all you have to do is know one word, and that word is yes. Basically, the customer's always right.
Right.
You know, my bag broke, can I fix it? Yes. Whatever it is, like Nordstrom's, again, people think of Nordstrom's, like I always look at Nordstrom's is not in the retailing business, they're in the customer service business. Right. Just like McDonald's is in the children's hamburger business, Wendy's, the adult hamburger business. So you have to own something really very special. But in Nordstrom's, you go in there, you are not going to be hassled at all because the customer is always right.
But let's take that. Wait,
sure.
Because back up. Because let's take the Wendy's, and McDonald's.
Sure.
For most of us,
great analogy.
Well, I think it's brilliant because in a lot of ways, Wendy's, McDonald's, the same thing. They both serve burgers, fries, you know, milkshakes, chicken fingers. But you just said something very interesting, which was if McDonald's is in the kids' hamburger business. Right. Wendy's is in the adult hamburger business.
Correct.
And you're saying that if I were CEO of one of those two companies, that's the vision, that is what I'm trying to portray, that's the brand I'm trying to create.
Right.
And interestingly, if you think about that and you explore that deeper, now you're saying that a lot of my products, packaging,
right?
Because arguably Wendy's packaging, if you think about it, is a little more sophisticated, a little older.
Even the setting when you walk in there is different.
The style of the store is different.
That's correct.
The colors are different.
That's correct.
So all of a sudden, so now you're sitting there and you're saying, so now let's say that I was McDonald's and I wanted to try and serve an older customer.
You know, once you lose your focus, you lose your brand. You have to focus and stay targeted on what you're doing. And I'll give you an example, because generalists lose, specialists win.
Yes.
Let's take department stores.
Yes.
Department stores sold everything years ago. Mattresses, TVs, whatever.
Right.
Now the cosmetic department in the department store is called Sephora. The electronics department in the department store is called Best Buy. The lingerie department from the department store is called Victoria's Secret. All these great brands grew out of a product category in a generalist setting, like a Macy's, and became big, big multi-billion-dollar brands. So if McDonald's said, we want to be everything to everybody, they'll end up being very little to a lot of people. So you got to stay on track. Your focus is the most important thing in the world. You have to stay focused what you're doing and be what you can be best. And once you start being a generalist, dividing the power of your brand, you start losing your audience, you start losing your market share, and then you're known for very little. And that's a very big mistake. But a lot of companies try to be everything, and that's the number one mistake you can have. You must focus and stay focused and know what you do best, and make sure that nobody else can enter your territory, unlock your market, drive growth, sustainability long term, and make sure there's a barrier. And I'll give you another example for a second. There's a company called Fresh Express. Mm-hmm. They basically took a bag,
right,
a Ziploc bag, and put lettuce in it, right? But the category was great. They created it. They owned 44% of the market, and basically their category was packaged salad. Then Del Monte came out, and Del Monte's a big company,
right,
and they said, hey, we'll just steal Fresh Express's lunch. Excuse the pun, right?
No, but very right.
But they're a huge company, millions and millions of dollars. They ended up getting 8% of the company, the market sector, but Fresh Express owned 44% because they were the first in the market, they were the first of mind in the consumer, and they stayed focused what they did. Many times the first wins, not who's good or better. So Fresh Express ended up selling their company 2 years ago to Chiquita for $800 million. And that idea, packaged salad in a baggie.